Hello friends, in this video let's talk about one of the important and easy concept in the SQL server. It is a very common and it is a regular usage class. The class which I am planning to talk about is a group by. So what is the purpose of group by? See, there are some scenarios where you may need to group the data. So let's take a practical example where you are working with a e-commerce company where you want to tell how many products has been sold on a particular day or in a particular month. Let's take a electronics goods. So you need to show the count only. You do not require in detail information. You need to show how many electronics items has been sold in a particular day. It's a group, like you are combining that and you are telling either count and how much amount has been collected, how much amount has been deducted, and what is the expenses amount on electronics, something like that, on a similar product. So this is for electronics only. Next one is textiles. So I need a individual count, expense amount, collected amount, or profit or loss amount on individual product category wise. Electronics wise how much, textiles wise how much, and let's take some other groceries how much. I'm not talking about in detail information here. It's a group by. So I can group the data based on the group. I can do the aggregate operations. I can do the count. I can identify the sum. I can identify the profit or loss based on it. When you require a detailed individual product wise information, then you need to go in a separate way. Group by you do not require there. So group by works with a select statement. So let me show you how to write a practical example. Here I will show you one easy example as well as one complex example. So let me show you first the syntax of the group by. Syntax is as I told you, we will be using this group by clause in the select statement. So now select. So let's put the column names and so on from table name, whatever the table name you want, group by. So you can have where clause, other clauses. It doesn't have any problem. Group by does not create any problem if you have a where clause or order by clause. Group by. So once you use a group by, at least you need to specify one column. Column 1. The other columns are optional. When I say optional, I can put like this, square brackets. Column 2, comma. How many columns I can put? That many columns I can keep here. Based on my requirement, I can use it. There is no restriction in the group by column names. So this is a syntax. So afterwards I have optional clause having. I will talk about at the end having clause. So why having and what is the purpose of having, we will talk about that even at the end. So group by statement we will be using in the select queries. Along with the group by, if you have a requirement, you can use having as well. There is a specific purpose we have for having. Now let me show you one basic example where I can use a group by. So let me show you. Let me go to the new query window. Let me take my sample. Okay, so I have a table. So employee table. So let me write down here employee and run this query. If you say this is a very basic employee table which contains location, company, department, employee name and salary. Okay, so now as I told you, so here I can easily see 22 records. So it's a very basic table which contains only 22 records. So by looking at it itself, I can say that, so how many employees are there in Microsoft? So how many employees are there in Dell? How many employees are there in some other company, whatever the company I have in my table, Oracle. So I can easily tell that how many employees are there in individual companies. So because I have only 22 records, I can easily count it. These 3, these 4, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 9 employees in Microsoft. And like a Dell, 3, 3, 3 to 5, 5 plus 6, 11, something in 11 people in Dell, and remaining 2 in Oracle. 2 in Oracle. So total is around 22. So as my table is a very basic table which contains very less number of employees, but in the real time I cannot do this. I need to do with a query only, because my real time table contains more records. I will show you that example as well after this. Whenever your table contains 100,000 or lakh of records, how to use a group by and how to get the counts. Now to get a similar records, so how to write a group by query. Okay, so now I want the company name. Against to the company name I need the count. Against the Dell I need a count. Against the Oracle I need a count. Here there is a spell mistake we have in Oracle. So there is spell mistake. Then now I will see that Oracle is 1 count and Oracle is 1 count. I will get it. Just for the information I am telling you ahead. So now let's write select from employee. Now here I will be putting a company name as I told you, the company, comma. See, I know that how to count it. I can use a count or 1 or star. So now let me run this. So I will get a company name and against to the count. Okay, so let's run this. Yes, it won't run it because you can read it. The list, it is not contained in the aggregate function or the group by class. So now I need to use a group by. So I am expecting this kind of results. So if you need these results, you need to compulsory use group by class. How to write a group by class? Group by. On what basis I need a count? If you remember, I need a company based count. So that is the reason why I need to use a company here. If you need a different count, let us say, let me show you the data. If you need a location wise count, then you need to use the location here, here and here. Here and here. If you need a department wise count, you need to put department here and here. So let me show you that as well. Okay, so let me run this only specific query, select that particular query and run this. Yes, you have now. So Dell 11, so Microsoft 9. So I told you there is a spell mistake in the company of Oracle. So that is the reason why I have 1 plus 1. So here there is a no column name is coming. So let me make it as alias. Hope you know that what is alias. Okay, so I am making as count of employees. So I'm just giving a meaningful name, that's it. So now I can see this. Now, so I got a different requirement, select star from employee. I want the location wise employees. Same way as I told you, simply change the query, make it as here location. Both the places, not a single location. Not a single place, you need to put both. Otherwise it fails. I'll show you what happens if I don't keep in 2 places. Let's run this. Now I can see this. India 9 employees, UK 7 employees, USA 6 employees. Now I want a different set of results department wise. In which department more people or in which department less people. Same way, let's copy and paste the same query and let's make it as department here. Now, so let us see, I didn't change in the select query, I changed only in the group by. Let me run this. What happens? Please be careful, observe very carefully. See here. So whatever the column you are keeping in the select query, that column should be there in the group by clause. Otherwise my group by function doesn't work. If this column is there in the aggregate functions, then nothing to require, nothing to keep in a group by. you do not need to keep that particular column in the group by clause if the column is specified in the aggregate functions. But as of now, location is not specified in the aggregate function. That is the reason why it is failing. Let's replace the location with a department. Then it works. Let's run this now. You can see this. Admin 9 people, network 2 people, tech 10, testing 1. So this is how, if you really see this, so with the help of these 3 queries, I have company wise count, I have location wise count, I have let me show you this total. See, first query is giving the company wise count, second query is giving the location wise count, third query is giving the department wise count. On the whole, if you see this, I will be writing the query on the same table, but the result is different. One is on the company wise, the other one is on the location wise, the next one is on the department wise. So this is on the employee table. Now let me take a one very big table and show you how to write a group by clause on the top of that. See, that is a normalized table. I cannot get these kind of results within a single table. I might need to use joins to get the results. So here I will use AdventureWorks. Okay, so let me write here the name of the table. I am going to take it as a sales. Order detail. If you really see this table, I have around 100,000, more than 100,000. It means that more than 1 lakh I have the records. So 121,000 records I have. See here, I want to see based on the product count, which product sold how many objects. See here I have 776, 777, 778, something like that. So I need a product name as well, because I do not have a product name here. If you really see this, I want to see the sales based on the product. I have a product ID, but I need a product name. As an end user, he don't understand the product ID. He need a product name. To get a product name, so I need to apply a join. So then only I can show you the which product and what is the count of the sales. So let me write a join query. So let's keep that as it is. Select from sales order detail. So I'm making as SOD. So join production. The table is production schema, production dot product. P on some SOD dot product ID equal to P dot product ID. Here I will be showing you the group by clause with joins. Group by. So I want to show you the group by based on the product P dot, I can say is group by P dot product name or number. It's up to me. So now I can simply say that P dot name comma count of 1. Let me run this query. Now I can see this. Let me make it as count of products. Count of products. Let's run this. Now you can see this. So sports 100 helmet red, it is 3083 units has been sold, and so on. I have around 266 products in my system. So this is how I am going to apply a group by with joins. So that's it about a group by clause. In the next video, I'll talk about having clause. What is the purpose of having? Why we need in the real-time queries? Yes, we might require that as well in the real time. But it's a rare requirement. Yes, we need to know what is having. So that's all about group by clause. So not only group by clause questions. If you have any questions on MSBI, Azure, Power BI and SQL Server, you can drop me your question in the comment section. I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Also follow me on Facebook for more technical updates. Thank you for watching this. Please like and subscribe for more technical updates. Thank you.